Hello again. As I'd mentioned, I'm going to try to keep you up to date on what's going on with the budget particularly. I know there's a lot of stress and a lot of uncertainty, and I'm trying to bring some clarity and give you an opportunity to at least hear it from me directly. And I wish I could get out and talk to everyone, but obviously that would be a little bit of a challenge. So I met with the council on March 22nd, presented the initial thoughts that the ELT, basically the department heads, got together and established some thoughts. We presented those thoughts to the council and went through them at pretty much a high level. But there were a few things that I wanted to go over with you because there's questions, and I get questions from employees, department directors, even members of the public have asked me about these. So the first is health insurance. I wanted to mention that the proposals as they're outlined for the council basically absorb the cost for employees for the coming year. Now keep in mind that's not free, and there is a cost to that, but because we've added that, if you will, into the mix, we've been able to develop some strategies for absorbing that cost so that ultimately the employee doesn't have to pay more, at least in the coming year. I can't promise you that'll continue into the future years, but because of all the things that are going on, I really felt it important and challenged the department directors to come up with strategies for doing that, and we've accomplished that. The second thing is, at least the way the plan is structured today, we have been able to do that without layoffs. And it's important to think through that for a minute. The decisions that the council made back in December and several months ago with the hiring freeze and the retirement incentives have given us flexibility. They've given us the opportunity to manage through this and reduce and hopefully eliminate the need for layoffs. And the reason I say hopefully is because there are 8 to 10 positions that are currently filled that are on the table for elimination. But we have also looked at those positions, and there's opportunity for us to place those employees either within special revenue funds, enterprise funds, and even within the general fund itself. So we're working really hard. That was an important piece of where we're headed, and thought that would be important for us to mention to you. I know there's uncertainty and concern there, and I wanted to make sure that I at least gave you some level of comfort that that was a piece of the conversation, and we've got some strategies to address that. So moving forward, I think it's important that we kind of keep reminding ourselves that we're challenging every aspect of our business. As I mentioned to you in previous reports, the way that we've approached this has been a little different, much more a team, much more in what does everybody bring and how do we shore each other up as we move forward. It's important that everybody keep that in mind. There's a lot of things that are on the table. There's concern over many of those proposals. I understand that, I get that. Ultimately, we've got about a $25 million deficit or shortfall that we're trying to make up next year. We've got to come up with strategies for addressing that. But it isn't a winner take all. It really is a function of us working together as a team. That's the city council, that's the staff and the community, and identifying ways to deal with that going forward. So the approach is a little different, but again, it really is us as a team moving that forward. So the city council and the department directors, the ELT, will be meeting on April 4th. The idea is to dissect those proposals, dissect those ideas, and bring new ideas forward that we can consider as ways of addressing that shortfall coming forward. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. I think it will be a real positive one, and it will be one in the spirit of, hey, we're in this together, we're going to figure out ways to address this and come out on the other side much stronger. And one of the things that we've emphasized is, regardless, we will come out of this stronger. We're going to be a better organization, a stronger organization, but it really is only through one city, one team. And you will see that on letterhead, you will see that going forward. Again, one city, one team. So I will keep you up to date. You know how to get a hold of me, feel free to do that. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day.